DeNio. And she's a seasonal business strategist, strategic growth advisor, and fractional CEO dedicated to helping B2B and B2C service-based businesses achieve sustainable growth. With over 15 years of experience, Michelle specializes in crafting tailored, data-driven strategies that align with each client's unique vision and goals. Michelle's family, Michelle firmly believes that one-size-fits-all solutions rarely leads to success. She takes the time to deeply understand each business challenge and aspirations. And I just, just thinking about that, Michelle, I'm really appreciative of that because again, when you stop and think about the time and effort it takes to do that is an opportunity for growth. I'll leave that. Okay, she ensures that every strategy is custom to meet specific needs. Her strategic, data-informed approach empowers entrepreneurs to make informed decisions and confidently navigate their growth journeys. So help me welcome Miss Michelle DeNio.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much for asking me to be here. I'm excited to dive in. Oh, geez. Now my camera is
No, you look
fuzzy.
good.
Is it
Yeah,
fuzzy?
good.
It looks
Yeah,
a little
no,
fuzzy on our
fuzzy.
end. Oh,
No.
okay. I'm excited to be here and I can just quickly share my screen and we'll dive right in. Sorry, camera's off. Okay, awesome. Everybody can see my screen. We're good, right? So, set full screen. Awesome. Okay. So I wanted to chat today when Michelle asked me if I would come in and be a guest speaker around business. One of the things that is most important to me when working with business owners is helping people and small business owners to shift their focus a little bit to leveraging your successes and really looking at what is working versus what is not working. There's so much noise in the life or in general, there's a lot of noise around and we are constantly being inundated with marketing of, are you struggling with this? Is this not going the way you want it to? Right? Like these negative emotions around things that we feel like maybe things aren't going well. And so we get so wrapped up in focusing on what's not going well that we very rarely take the time to actually look at and see the things that are going well. And so shifting the focus a little bit from looking at what's working versus what's not working. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So I tend to dive into 5 key areas that I encourage everybody to look at in regards to their business. So number 1, and when I call this your hidden money. And what I mean by hidden money is that there's information here that says these things are already working. So if we can do more of them, we can make more money, right? And we can create a much more sustainable growth pattern. So when we look at clients, one of the questions I would ask is, why did they hire you, right? Like look at your last 5 clients. Where did they come from? What do they all have in common? And why did they hire you? In looking at that and understanding, for the most part, many of them probably have some very similar. So for me, I had somebody recently say to me, Michelle, I'm full of ideas. I'm not full of how-tos, right? I need the how-tos. And for most of my clients, that's their biggest struggle is they have all of the ideas. They're big, big visionaries. They have a lot of plans for growth, but they just don't know how to actually make them a actionable plan that they can execute, right? So when you think about that, rather than trying to serve all of your clients, if you can look at your past 5 clients and they all hired you for something very similar, use that in your language, use that in your marketing, use that in your presentations, how you introduce yourself. And because if 5 or 7 or 10 of your people prior had that problem, the people in your network also probably have that problem. And it's going to make you stand out and speak much more clearly to your audience, drawing in and attracting more ideal clients. Your offers. What offers sell with ease and have the highest conversion rate? As business owners, as visionaries, we constantly are in this like, let's try this, or I want to create this new idea, right? We're like that my client said, I'm full of ideas. But oftentimes we don't necessarily need to create new to make more money. So look back. You may even look back a year or 2 years and see what offers sold with ease. I have a client right now who has an offer she has not promoted in over a year. And she said to me, Michelle, honestly, it was my highest converting offer. I never had to sell it. I never had, it just sold naturally. The second I mentioned it, people wanted it and I loved it. And I asked her, well, why did you stop doing it? Right? Because somebody told her she wasn't making enough money. Somebody told her she should do this, right? You would be really good at this, right? There's always so much noise around. People are always going to have opinions, but go back and look. Is there an offer that you loved? Is there an offer that sold so simplistically? And can you bring that back? Maybe you need a little bit of a tweaking. Maybe there's just a small edit that you need to make. But is there something that you are not currently promoting that used to sell with ease and had an extremely high conversion rate? Marketing, where are you receiving the best ROI? And I want to really be clear in here with ROI is that ROI does not necessarily mean clients, right? When you are looking at your marketing, are you getting referrals? Are you getting collaborations? Are you getting opportunities to speak and get in front of other people's audiences? Are you networking, right? It could be networking, it could be social media, it could be email, it could be SEO, but we don't need to be doing all of the things, right? Really look at your marketing and see where are your clients coming from. So clients and marketing often go together for me. Is anytime a client of mine gets a new client, I always, of course, congratulate them. That's amazing. I'm so excited for you. My immediate question is, where did they come from? Right? Let that be the question you ask yourself every single time you get a new client. Where did they come from? Because when you can start to see those trends, you're going to start to see where you need to be spending less time or more time, right? I had somebody recently tell me, well, I know if I visit BNI chapters, I always get referrals, right? So why are you spending time trying to network inside of this group, this group, this group, this group, and all of these groups and spread yourself so thin when you know if you spend time and focus on this one particular area of marketing, your referrals are going to grow, right? So looking at where are you getting the best ROI and eliminating the rest, okay? Profit and revenue, what's yielding the highest profit? And by this, I mean, what offers or what are you doing that requires the least amount of your time or has the highest profit? So you potentially could sell if you have a group program where you something similar to a mastermind like this, where you're talking to multiple people and it's only 1 hour of your time and you can leverage your time. There's a higher profit margin there. Maybe you have a particular product where your costs are extremely low and you have a much higher markup and it sells with ease, right? Like it's a product or an offer that sells with ease. You have a higher profit margin on it. Maybe you should focus on selling that. Maybe you can bundle it in. Is there ways that you can reposition or repackage this product or offer to actually capitalize on the profit that it brings in? And then your time. Your time is money, but where is your time best spent? Are you best spent speaking? Are you best spent networking, right? Are you best as being the face of the company? Are you best behind the scenes? Are you best working with clients? Where is your time best spent and what brings in the most ROI, right? If you're spending a lot of time on the back end doing the administrative work, is that really the best use of your time? Is the all of that administrative work taking away from the fact that you could actually be out networking, marketing, being on podcasts, doing speaking engagements, right? Like where are you spending time that might not necessarily be the best use of it and also not bringing in the highest ROI? And then from there, once you have in each one of those five categories, leverage those strategies, right? You now have information that states, okay, my last 5 clients all struggled with this. My marketing, my last 5 clients have come from LinkedIn, or, I'm spending my time when I do speaking engagements or when I guest on podcasts, I end up getting clients, right? So when you, in each of those 5 areas, identify 2 or 3 strategies that have worked well and create a plan to replicate and scale those strategies. Okay. Pick a specific amount of time that you want to leverage those strategies. I typically would recommend 60 to 90 days. 90 days sometimes can be too long because as Imelda, I think said, life happens. I call it lives. Like life never stops lifing. You know, something's going to come in. We're always going to get thrown a distraction, but set a period of time that you will commit to this plan and create that you focus solely on those strategies that are already working, right? No more telling yourself, well, this isn't working and this isn't working and this isn't working. And I'm struggling with this and I'm struggling with that. And I wish I could find this. Go back and find what's working. Okay. And eliminate everything else. If it's not working, don't worry about it. Find what's working. Okay. You are not going to create anything new. And in that period, you're going to track and measure the data that comes with that, right? I showed up at this networking event 5 times in 60 days. And from that, I got these clients, these referrals, these opportunities, whatever it is. My last 3 clients that came to me all came with this said problem. Or the other really good question to ask in regards to clients is why did you pick me? Right? What made you finally say yes? Especially if they've been in your pipeline for a long time, you know, try to figure out what is it that is getting them to say, yes, I'm ready. I want your service or product. I'm ready to hire you. Okay. Because you can then use that language when you're talking to other people. Okay. And then use the data. I always say data removes emotion. Okay. Facts are facts. Oftentimes when we think about our business or we feel like we're struggling or we feel like things are not working, there is a lot of emotion that comes into that. There's a lot of our own stories that we tell ourselves. There's all of these, you know, little inner demons that sometimes pop up, or you didn't work hard enough or whatnot. I had a client recently who told me she felt like one of her offers didn't convert that well last month. And I said to her, well, how many times did you present it? Like, how many times, honestly, did you share this offer? 3. Well, how many times out of those 3 did it convert? All 3. Okay. So don't tell me your offer didn't convert. You just didn't present it enough, right? The facts and the data remove the emotion. So allow the facts to tell the story, reflect on it. Don't get wrapped up in it. It's simply data. Use it to your advantage. Use it to track your progress, use it to measure your success, and then continue to work your plan and just keep going through this cycle, continually asking yourself in these 5 areas, where can I focus on what is working and what is not working? So that was my really quick overall, but I'd love to open it up for questions and I'm happy to answer them if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn. Michelle, did I miss anything? Was there anything else that you were looking for?
No, I think you covered everything.
Awesome.